Everybody, this is your girl, Try Love, and I am a luxury handbag collector. I have quite a bit of a collection. Have been someone that has always loved handbags forever and ever, right? And I just recently, over the years, really has been able to um, financially save and be able to invest in handbags that I absolutely love. One of my most favorite handbags of all is, of course, Louis Vuitton. So I'm not even gonna hesitate, you guys. I'm gonna jump right into it. I was listening to Sweet Candy LV, that is very popular on the luxury handbag side on YouTube, and I was listening to her video last night when she was going over my most favorite style of handbags, hobo bags or larger bags, and she mentioned something last night about the Graceful being discontinued and that she had confirmed it by two CSs. And I contacted my CS this morning, and because I was like, say it ain't so, say it ain't so. She said it is so. In the Louis Vuitton streets, in the Louis Vuitton um, conversations, the Graceful is slated to be discontinued. And I really don't know how I feel about it. I'm kind of shocked. Some things that Sweet LV said, the Delightful was most favored outside of the Graceful. I don't know who, and this is an opinion based blog, right? Based on my opinions, based on the collection that I have. Um, it could be people that really like the Delightful, but I know a lot of people that love the Graceful. And if I just want to be just frank about it, I know people who love the Sully, and the Sully, the flower bag. It's so many hobos out there, and I'm on the hunt for hobo bags. There's one most popular hobo bag that I don't have in my collection that I'm thinking people assume that I had in my collection that I don't have, but she's on the way, and you guys will see her and be like, oh my God, I thought you already had her. But yes, you guys, it is confirmed that my beloved Graceful is going to be discontinued in the near future. Now, how many of you guys know that this bag right here, and she is stuffed and she has an organizer in her? She does. I keep an organizer inside my Graceful. And I got as close to this pink color as I possibly can. On some people's camera, this kind of picks up as red, but she is very in the same color tone as fuchsia, but it's the Pivion color, and very, very pop of pink um, here. And they're looking to discontinue her. Now, this is one of the most reasonable bags that Louis Vuitton ever created. Y'all, this is my favorite bag. And I do baby her. And the reason I baby her is because I love her so much. I do. I love this bag so much. Um, the Graceful, I don't understand why they would discontinue it. And that's just me just loving this bag so much. But I do know why. So let's just get after it, right? What I have learned about Louis Vuitton, just studying and learning and purchasing and investing, because when you invest in a handbag that's over $1,000 and up, depending on if you get her generally used or you got her directly from Louis Vuitton, you tend to learn a trend that Louis Vuitton has. And if you don't think that Louis Vuitton listens to their investors on YouTube, you are incorrect. They listen to us because guess what? We are the consumers. Our opinions matter because if our opinion didn't matter, they wouldn't have anyone purchasing their bags, right? So let's go forward with that. that thought process. First, I want to show you the bag that I'm carrying today, and I can't seem to get out of her like I did with the Montaigne. The Clooney has captured my heart. I know some people had some issues with the Clooney popping open right here. This is a bag that the BB style is still on the website. I forgot and I can't get back in touch with my CS to ask, is there any way? Because what happens sometimes, you guys, is when it comes to this type of bag that's recently discontinued, sometimes they may not have it on the website, but they still may have it available. And you can always either ask a CS or you can go into the Louis Vuitton store and ask, do you still have these available? Because sometimes they have so much of a newer inventory. Some of the ones that they're weeding out, they're no longer making anymore. They still may have a few remaining. So if and the only reason why I'm bringing that up is because this bag is fabulous. I know the BB is still available. She's still on the website, but she is not. And if you ever, this is the MM size. And if you ever want a functional handbag that's not too big and not too small, that has the expandable feature that can fit all your essentials in it, and it's very cute and it stands out because it's different than any other handbag. To me, it has its own special look. This would be a great one. Somebody asked me, does she feel kind of heavy? Because that was one of the cons. I don't carry my bags heavy, but I do notice that if you continue to put certain things in here, because this bag is a self-organizer, and what I mean by that is structured so well that you don't have to have an organizer in it unless you just want trying to keep your inside of the bag clean, because where you put your items, that's where that item will be because of the compact way this bag is structured, right? Just like my Speedy 20. I had bought an organizer for that bag, but I found out that I really don't need an organizer for that bag because where I put my things in the Speedy 20, they remain. Like the Diane, things like that. But yes, this is one. People didn't like the strap for it. Thank God for the versatility of being able to put your own strap on here. I have used the guitar strap from the Diane on here. I've used the original strap that I just showed you on here. And I've used the monogram strap. Gives it a different look, but still, yes. So this is the bag of the month almost. I absolutely love this bag, you guys. This bag is fabulous. I love her, love her, love her. She has that expandable option. You can find her on the Gently Used site as well. But yes, great handbag. Okay, I digress. So, it's not a rumor. It is true. So, let's just get into it. It's not a rumor. It is true. This bag is going to be discontinued and I'm sick about it. But I'm not really sick about it, but I am. Because the thing about it is, the two other Gracefuls that I'm going to show you guys, I got those off the Gently Used site. Thank God for the Gently Used site. So if you were not able to get a Graceful while it was still available at the Louis Vuitton store, which it is still right now, available at the Louis Vuitton store, you can always go through the Gently Used sites. Now let me give you some history. And if I didn't know this to be true, I would not be giving this to you, right? Again, this is my opinion based on what I've seen over the years. Louis Vuitton definitely has the right to sway from history repeating itself, but I don't think so. What I have seen Louis Vuitton do over the years when a bag as popular as the Graceful is in the talks of being discontinued, that means they have another bag that's about to come out that's probably going to be very similar to the Graceful and the Delightful. And I'm like, they've played around with these bags for so long, starting with the Sully and the Sully, the berry, um, the I can't remember the name of that bag. But there's another bag that came out after the berry, and then the delightful, and then after the delightful, the graceful, and so forth and so on. Right? Then they had the flower hobo, and then they had, of course, the artsy, and then the um, oh, what is the name of that one? The big one. It is huge. It's similar to the artsy. It's not a braided handle, and I'll think of it after this video ends. But very large bag as well, in the hobo style as well. Um, all of those, all in the same family, right? So when you continue to grow and you see, okay, because I don't have any cons. I know you guys have heard so many videos about my favorite bag of all time. The Graceful is my favorite bag of all time. If I had to choose a bag, it would be this one, and then it would be the Dunenberg Florentine in the natural color that's beautifully patining in my purse room. And then after the Dunenberg Florentine, it would be the Coach bucket bag, and then we'd come on back to Louis Vuitton. We'd go to the Speedies and Sully and so forth and so on, right? So I have a very vast um, array of styles that I love, but the one bag style that I always seem to come back to is the hobo style. So what I have learned about Louis Vuitton is they will expand upon bags that they have listened to the consumer, and they'll put the best of both worlds together. So don't be shocked if the new either the new graceful, the new delightful, or the new mix of both of them together comes out probably in spring or summer of this year. But I really truly know for a fact whenever they remove a bag that's as popular as the graceful, they're going to replace it with something very similar to it. If not almost identical, they may bust out and have feet this time. They may add feet, because I know the artsy has feet. The Sully doesn't have feet, does it? No, it doesn't. Um, I'm really trying to think of what bags in the hobo style has feet. The bag that I can't think of the name of it, with the strap that's similar to the artsy, she has feet. And just different bags that are out there. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna pause this video really quick, and I'm gonna come right back. I'm gonna figure out that bag. I am back. I am back. It is the Mahina Caramel, and I do not feel like going to get mine, but I have it in the black and I have it in the chocolate. And the chocolate I got off the Gently Used site, and I am trying to sell it because the inside of it is not what I thought. The previous owner did not keep up the inside of it well, and I was wondering why I got it at such a reasonable price, and I found out after I got it. So if you know me, you know that I am very OCD about the inside of my bag. So when I saw it, I was like, ah! And yeah, she has to go back. But yeah, so they're gonna discontinue her, but I am almost 1000% sure, because of this sort of bag being discontinued, there is a new one coming on the horizon. So I have her in the monogram. This is the MM. Look how big she is, you guys. MM. This is the PM. The PM Graceful. Just like her mama, she's identical to her. I have this is the beige on the inside. the cream style on the inside. And it's amazing how the color picks up differently on the screen. I'm trying to fix the tag here. Having some strange stuff going on. I don't know what's going on with my tag. But the smaller one doesn't have feet either. This is the PM style. Some people say this is a very nice size as well, and she is a nice style size. I love my MM, but this one is a good one to go on if you're out and about and trying to get into some stuff. This one is a great one to carry. I know y'all probably wondering why I'm moving it so much. It's because I'm trying to keep it slouched down so y'all can see that hobo style look and that look that everybody goes for when it comes to the Graceful. This is a fabulous bag. And I'm not going to miss her because all I'm going to do is just get her off of the Gently Used site. So that's the both the monograms. And I have her in the Damier Bean. Of course I do. Of course I got her off the Gently Used side in the Damier Bean with the pop of red inside. She's red on the inside. And I love Damier Bean. Damier Bean is a style that you will never really truly know the age of a Damier Bean bag unless it's just been mistreated by the owner, because it's an all-weather bag. It's a bag that you can take all year long because you don't have to worry about the leather on it fading or changing or anything like that. How she looks is how she will look. And she is the Damier Bean with the red, and she gives that slouchy hobo look that everybody loves when it comes to the Graceful hobo style. So what I am truly believing that's about to happen, you guys, this bag is fabulous. She is so fabulous. This is an MM style as well. This is just like they're identical. These two bags are identical. The only difference is the canvas. This is Damier Bean and this is monogram. If I had to choose between the two, you guys already know I would choose the monogram. I'm a monogram chick. I love Damier Bean. I love the checkerboard. What I will not purchase, and I see a lot of people like, is the Azure. I do not like Azure. And the reason why I don't like Azure is not because Azure is not beautiful. It's because that cream color, I know the first day that I get it, I'm going to get something on it. I'm going to get something on it. It's going to either be makeup, something is going to get on it, and I'm going to be mad, and no. So I need to stick with Damier Bean and monogram and be on the safe side. The Azure, I have some accessories in Azure, but I cannot. I had bought an Azure bag last year, and I ended up selling it after I got it because I was like, bad idea, Lisa. And I actually got $200 more than what I purchased it for. I got it off the Gently Used site, and when I sold it, the girl, I told her to make me an offer. And I had cleaned her up and everything, got her real pretty, had a cobbler look at it in Tennessee, and they did some stuff to it. So it's not reconstructed to where if she needed to take it back to Louis Vuitton, that it can't go back to Louis Vuitton. But it was just some things going on with it that I wanted them to look at. And after that, it did kind of increase the value of it. I could have got more than what she paid for it, but hey, I'm happy with what I got. And she's happy with it. She messaged me not too long ago and asked me, did I have anything else to sell? And hey, I'm like, I'm getting down to the bare minimum now. I sold a lot of bags that I did not reach for over 12 months last year. I sold a lot of them, you guys. And I got a good profit off of them. Some of them I made more, some of them I broke even, and some of them I sold for less. But hey, I'm happy with what I did with it, and I'm glad that they're with a home that somebody will get some use out of it. But anyway, let me digress. Oh, let me stick a pin here. Before purchasing from a seller, make sure they are an authentic seller and make sure that they are credible, because you can get messed up with a seller that's selling bags for the authentic price and their replicas, because replicas are on the rise and replicas are very hard to spot. It used to be back in the day, oh, I knew that's a replica because they got a stitch wrong right here. It's supposed to have 10 stitches and it only has 5. Something like that. No. Replicas is having everything that the odds have. So just be on the caution of that, and be aware, before you purchase outside of just purchasing from Louis Vuitton or a gently used site that's authentic Louis Vuitton site. Make sure that you do your due diligence and homework. That's all I'm going to say there. But yes, the Damier of Being, Graceful. I love her with every fiber of my being. Everything about this bag is so carefree, you guys. You can slouch her down. You can structure her with organizer inside her. But this bag is meant to be slouchy. She's not meant to be structured. If you want a more structured bag, go get a Neverfull or something like that. But the Graceful is meant to be slouchy. She is a hobo style bag. She's not meant to be structured. So all I know is I screamed, I hollered, my heart stopped a few times. I screamed, I fell out, I fainted, I yelled, I screamed, why? And then when it came to the end of the day, I came to the conclusion that I know why. They're going to replace it with something else. And it's probably going to be the Graceful 2.1, 2.10 or some stuff like that. I'm being silly, you guys. But it's going to be some derivative of a hobo. It's going to either have a mixture of the Graceful, the Sully, and the Delightful all together. They probably going to take different things from all of those bags and create something very similar to all of them. But if they do come out with a replacement for my beautiful irreplaceable bag, I hope one thing that they don't, Louis Vuitton, if you're listening, don't take away this strap. The next bag that you come out with, please let it have, let me take this twilly off so y'all can see. This is the best strap and that's one reason why I was so hesitant on getting the artsy, because the braid takes a while to break in. Again, I have a relative that has an artsy. Hers was clearly broken in when I put it on my shoulder, and I was in a Louis Vuitton store and I tried on a Graceful on my shoulder, and I said absolutely not. But this right here is the best strap. If they do a caramel strap like the Mahina caramel, or if they do a RC strap, or if they decide to do this strap, or just make sure whatever strap that you get, make sure you're keeping the woman's shoulder in mind. Don't do the thin Neverfull strap. This strap is everything. The Sully strap, even though it's thicker than this one, that's a perfect strap. But please keep us in mind when who's ever in the decision room. Just when you remake the Graceful to whatever you're gonna call her, Merciful or whatever, because we had Delightful, we had Graceful. Maybe we'll have Sparkle, or I don't know, Delightful, Graceful, whatever y'all think may come out after that. I was trying to think of a name that they could be coming, because it's still, now don't be surprised if it comes out with the same name, that it comes out and it's the Graceful. Because one thing the Graceful is limited to, it doesn't come in a damier bean. So it could be that when they come back out with it, it could still be called the Graceful, but they may change the strap here to where it's removable. Or they may change it to where it's no longer magnetic. Some people have magnetic issues. I do not. Some people say you can forget this staying closed. I've never had that issue. I guess it just depends on how often you carry it, and maybe my magnetic strip will loosen up over time, which I'm not looking forward to that. But maybe it'll happen over time, because when my bag stays closed, and I don't know, I don't know if it's based on the time frame that I bought this or what, but I don't have an issue with this popping open. Maybe they remade it up because mine is a newer one. Mine is just a year old. So maybe they remade the magnetic strap on there. I mean magnetic strip on here. The same for my Clooney. The magnet on there, it doesn't pop open like some people says theirs did. That was a con for a lot of people. It's not a con for me. That doesn't happen to me. So maybe it just depends on the year. Maybe they went back in and did something, but anyway, yeah, maybe they'll add feet to it. I don't know. I'm repeating myself. So let's go on. So this is a tote, and she was gonna be on the chopping block. I was gonna sell her, you guys. This is the one bag that came out after the totally, and I can't even remember the Aina bag. She came out after the totally. She replaced the totally. That you see what I mean? She replaced the totally, right? Um, and when I look at the totally, it's gonna sound funny, but I feel like these are totally two different bags because the totally has the deep pockets in the front, right? They have those pockets up here, and I love that about the totally. And it is some similarities because this is similar to the totally. The totally is a little bit bigger. I think this is the same on the totally. Um, but the features on here are similar but different. So that may be what they'll do. And if they do that, if they make the significant aesthetics changes, then the name changes. But if they do like how they did with the carry-all, and they just brought her out and just brought it out in different styles, it may remain the graceful. So we'll just have to wait and see. But one thing I love about the Aina, and I love how Louis Vuitton is doing it, they did it with the Clooney as well, is this color. That raisin color. I just want to bring it closer so y'all can see it. That raisin color that's coming out in these bags is everything. I know everybody likes the Pivion and the cream colors and the pop of reds and all of that, but that raisin inside the monogram bags that I've been seeing, and some of these are older bags because the Aina and the Clooney both are old bags, right? Um, and when I say old, I mean they're discontinued. Um, they have that pop of raisin burgundy color, almost purple on the inside, and I just think it's just so beautiful. Some people say it's crimson, sort of. It does have a color, and I just hadn't looked it up. I'm being lazy on this video, you guys, but sort of crimson, raisin-ish in that burgundy purple family, and it's just beautiful. Now, this tote has grown on me because it's one of those bags that either you like it or love it. And at first sight, I was like, why in the world did I get this? I'm not in the market for just wasting money this year. So if I don't love it, if I'm not reaching for it, she's being sold fast, you guys. She is. So I've been reaching for her. I've made it I've made it almost like, let me grab the Aina today instead of my Clooney, and that's odd. Because all of my other bags they get their fair usage, but she has not. So I was getting worried, like, did I just waste my money? If she doesn't come to mind, if I don't reach for her, and this is any bag, after a certain amount of time, I have vowed to myself and my spouse that I am selling it because it's nothing like something expensive, unless it's the graceful. If you didn't know it, I don't carry the graceful monogram that often, and that's because I love it so much. It's not going to make sense, but it does make sense to people that carry luxury handbags. I don't carry her as much as I normally would carry any other bag because I savor her. I like she's a special occasion sort of bag. Now the PM and the Damier Bean, oh God, yeah, I slapped them over my shoulder and we're out. But the Monogram MM, where you going, girl? I see you got the Graceful. That's my neighbor who collects bags as well. And that's a whole nother thing. She's the one that introduced the Montaigne to me. I didn't even know the Montaigne even existed until I seen it on her shoulder one day. So that's a whole nother story for another day. Or you can just look in my archives and see where I talked about it. But the Aina bag is so great. She is the version of the Neverfull with a zipper to me. She's spacious. If you got a Neverfull and some days you feel like, hey, I wish my bag was not that wide open. I wish I could zip it up and close it off so everybody would not have access to the inside of my bag. This would be a great alternative. The Aina MM bag in the monogram, or she comes in the azure as well. I don't think she comes in the Yabine, but I know she comes in the azure. And she is perfection, you guys. She's beautiful. The previous owner had the vachetta replaced. That's why she looks so new. I know you guys always wonder that, but this is a great handbag. She is, and I have the key, the lock and key right there. I know some people had issues with this flying up. I don't, this is not doing that for me. Let me bring her closer so you could see it. But yeah, she's a very, very nice bag. She's one of the ones that I said I can tell that the monogram has changed. And on here as well, on my Graceful as well. The monogram is softer, more, it has a more leather feel than it used to. Case in point, the Sully feels like luggage, sort of. My older Speedy, 30 and 35, feels like a luggage tote, my canvas. These bags that they generated over the years starts to feel more leather like, even though it's monogram. So I think they've done some reconstructing to the canvas. But this was not slated to be a long video. I just wanted to chat very briefly on my horrific findings of the Graceful being discontinued. Um, I'm sure the Louis Vuitton made the right decision. They're going to replace it with something else. But she will still always be my favorite bag of all time. I love her. And whatever she's replaced with, I'm sure I'll like them as well. But nothing could ever replace my Graceful. But you guys, it's a beautiful Friday here in Tennessee. Even though it's kind of gloomy out, I'm watching some great shows on TV and just relaxing. And I hope you guys have a splendid and beautiful weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Now, my next unboxing, sort of, or my next video, sort of, will be on the bag that I'm expecting to be here by tomorrow. And I'll do a great video on that. I'm super, super excited to add her to my collection. It took some time for me to say, yeah, I want the artsy. So she should be arriving soon. Thank you guys for your support. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And please don't forget to comment. Thank you so much for your support and have a wonderful afternoon. Bye-bye.